Hi, welcome to Solution in YouTube channel. This video will cover the third step of the accounting cycle. In the previous videos we have already covered journal entries and ledger accounts in detail. If you missed that, you can see the links in the description. Trial balance is a list of closing balances of ledger accounts on a certain date and is the first step towards the preparation of financial statements. It is usually prepared at the end of an accounting period to assist in the drafting of financial statements. Here is the format of a trial balance. Ledger balances are segregated into debit balances and credit balances. Asset and expense accounts appear on the debit side of the trial balance, whereas liabilities, equity and revenue accounts appear on the credit side. If all accounting entries are recorded correctly and all the ledger balances are accurately extracted, the total of all debit balances appearing in the trial balance must equal to the sum of all credit balances. Now let's continue our example from previous videos and post the same information from ledger to trial balance. In the first step we recorded journal entries in journal. In second step we posted journal entries into ledger accounts. And now we will transfer the balances from ledger accounts to trial balance. The balances are highlighted in the ledger accounts in yellow color. First, let's transfer the debit balances into debit side. We had cash balance of 101,500. Furniture had a balance of 7,000. Purchases had 3,000. And accounts receivable had 2,000. Other debit accounts are salaries and drawings, both are having 2,000 each in debit. Now let's transfer the credit balances on credit side. We had owner's equity account with a credit balance of $100,000. There has been no change in this account in the whole month, so this will be transferred as it is. In the month the purchases were made on account and some of the payment was made against accounts payable, leaving a credit balance of account payable equaling $500. So we will write it on the credit side. And finally the sales the month were worth $17,000 and sales account is reflecting a credit balance of $17,000 as there was no returns against stock sold. To complete the unadjusted trial balance, add the balances in the debit column and, separately, add those in the credit column. Write each respective total on the last line of the table in the appropriate column. The total debit balance should equal the total credit balance. As you can see that both sides total is equal. It means that we've posted all the entries correctly. If they do not match, check that you copied the correct balances from the general ledger to the unadjusted trial balance. If those are correct, you likely recorded an accounting transaction incorrectly in your general ledger during the period, or a transaction was completely omitted from the journal or ledger. Remember that the expense accounts are temporary and are closed before preparation of financial statements. Since we are preparing unadjusted trial balance, there are multiple entries that are still needed to adjust. If we prepare the financial statements using the unadjusted trial balance, they will be inaccurate. The unadjusted trial balance serves only to review your accounts and determine the necessary adjustments to make. Such adjustments might include accrued interest expenses and depreciation charges on fixed assets. Once a business makes the proper adjustments to its general ledger, it creates an adjusted trial balance, from which it prepares a post-closing trial balance with all entries netting to zero. In the next video we will cover the adjustments and closing entries that are necessary for preparing accurate financial statements. If you have learned everything we discussed so far, you are doing great. But if you are confused about any step, we recommend that you go back and see previous 2 videos. The links to these videos are given in the description. If this lecture was helpful to you, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for latest videos. See you in next video. Take care.